Ultra Instinct is an angel technique that allows a fighter to fight without thinking. It infuses their mastery of combat with their instinct to produce the perfect fighter. And it's incredibly boring.
What's wrong with you?
But how can this be? It's a transformation that has iconic scenes in Dragon Ball Super, is loved by fans, and allows Goku to be able to fight without thinking. But it has one huge weakness. It's not able to spank those beautiful like and subscribe buttons, so if you like the channel, then spank what Ultra Instinct can for the YouTube algorithm. In all seriousness, Ultra Instinct is a fascinating transformation that honestly blew my mind in 2018. Since then, it's returned in the Moral arc and in the Survivor Saga, where it's been revealed it can be infused with other Super Saiyan God transformations. That sounds incredible on paper, but it's not, and I'm going to explain why. You see, Ultra Instinct is extremely fun to watch in a final fight, but similar to God Ki, it makes the payoff to the story much less rewarding than it otherwise would be. This can be seen through its effects on the rest of the cast, the stakes, and of course the writing. Ultra Instinct sidelines everyone unable to use God Ki. Initially, we had Saiyan transformations, which did create a gap between the cast of the Saiyans and the non-Saiyans. This was fixed in part through adding newer Saiyans such as Trunks and Goten, or by using the rest of the cast in interesting ways. For example, Mr. Satan doesn't have any abilities, yet was crucial in the Buu saga. We explore the Namekian race and find out Piccolo is capable of huge power boosts similar to the Saiyans through a type of fusion. Tien is able to buy time against Cell by using his Tri-Beam cannon to keep him pinned until help comes. And of course, Gohan taps into his Saiyan heritage through an incredibly rewarding character arc to defeat Cell. Transformations are synonymous with Dragon Ball, but the techniques and how each character used them brought some much needed variety. No one could beat Raditz traditionally, but through teamwork and technique, Piccolo is able to charge his special beam cannon as Goku distracts Raditz to take him out. Goku's even able to get the drop on Cell despite being less powerful using his instant transmission technique combined with the Kamehameha, giving us one of the most wonderful Kamehamehas of all time. And then of course there's Goten and Trunks who are able to keep up to and fight Buu using the fusion technique. But none of these are needed when Goku can just toggle Ultra Instinct on and off, which brings me to the lack of stakes. You see, Dragon Ball introduces stakes the same way each time, through power. If the villain is stronger than the main cast, then there are moments in which you wonder how the protagonist will be able to overcome said obstacle. That suspense helps keeps the story engaging, and keep the audience guessing what will happen next. Compelling stakes are what makes some of the best television out right now. In Breaking Bad, Walter White has to outthink everyone in order to keep his identity hidden and his family safe. Recently in Loki, the God of Mischief has to side with TVA in order to find a way to free himself from being purged. And of course in Death Note, there's a fantastic game of cat and mouse between L and Light, increasing the stakes as they get closer and closer to each other's identity. But before we continue, I've already said Ultra Instinct at least 6 times, so from here on out, I'm going to put a counter each time I say Ultra Instinct. Then I'm going to ask my Discord to guess how many times I'm going to say it, and if someone guesses the right amount, I'll give the winner a month of Discord Nitro at the end of this video. Dragon Ball stakes have always been through the lens of someone incredibly powerful who wants to destroy the world and or making sure the Dragon Balls can be secured to restore any of the negative impact the antagonist made. But now there exists a power cap via Ultra Instinct. It shouldn't matter how strong you are because Ultra Instinct theoretically should be able to attack and defend without any issues. The build-up is unnecessary because we believe in the end Ultra Instinct can be toggled as the final trump card. So why care about any of the fights if we believe it'll come down to whether Ultra Instinct is being used or not? What seems to be the most powerful ability the series has ever seen comes with the caveat that new and interesting obstacles, which make for engaging story, become harder to do, which brings us to the effect Ultra Instinct has on the writing. There are a variety of ways to up the stakes in the narrative, adding large-scale conflicts, time limits, consequences, or character struggles, but none of these apply to Ultra Instinct or Goku specifically. Imagine how trivial the Tournament of Power would be if Ultra Instinct was there at the beginning. Conflict is no longer an issue, time limits are useless, Goku doesn't struggle at all from a character standpoint through his use of the transformation anyway, and the consequences would be ignored regardless given the Super Dragon Balls. So how do you write scenarios to challenge Ultra Instinct? The truth is that it can be incredibly simple, but the problem is that it can be incredibly unrewarding. Right now, Granola has become the strongest through the use of 2 Dragon Balls, and he's already defeated Goku at this point, which makes no sense, and yet it happened. In the highest grossing Dragon Ball movie ever, Ultra Instinct is purposely removed from the script due to Goku not remembering how to use it after the Tournament of Power. Can you imagine how different a movie Broly would have been? While we'll never know if UI would have changed Broly for the better or the worse, we can say on paper Ultra Instinct should be able to take down Broly. So Vegeta and this Gogeta wouldn't really be needed at all. We've gained a transformation so powerful that it's diminished the supporting characters to cameos, reduced the stakes to an Ultra Instinct countdown clock, and simultaneously made rewarding narrative much more difficult to do given the post-Ultra Instinct world of Dragon Ball. It's an iconic transformation, the music absolutely slaps, and if you want to see how Ultra Instinct ranks against Goku's other transformations, then you're going to want to click this video. And big congrats to Severin Curve Zero for the Discord Nitro. Keep it cute.